Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Tech Tuesday. This is Ryan Goodman, and today will be actually a really quick Tech Tuesday because I wanted to take this opportunity to go over a new set of functionality that we just released last week with the latest CMaps plugin. So last week we talked a little bit about web intelligence and how we can take content from CMaps plugin and embed it directly inside of Web Intelligence. And so in addition to that new capability, we've kind of beefed up CMaps plugin on a few fronts. Probably the one that, for those of you who are avid users or longtime users of our tools, the first thing you notice is that it may look a little bit different. And frankly, it may be hard in the broadcast. I haven't quite figured out how to get my zooming to work. But one of the new features that we added is an upgrade to how we load map tiles. So CMaps plugin features a brand new process for loading and scaling map tiles. So the first thing you'll notice right out of the box is that everything is a little bit crisper, labels are much bigger, and everything as a result is significantly easier to read as you're interacting and navigating through the map. The other thing that I wanted to talk about today and focus our energy is really the ability to dynamically locate, dynamically zoom, and modify the width and the height of the map. So I put together this kind of quick example before we got together today just so I could reverse engineer. But the idea is that now in CMaps plugin, we have the ability to dynamically change the entire size of the map. So I can either have small or I can make this a large map. And what I'm doing is I'm using some simple bindings to dynamically change not only the width, so as I move the slider, I can dynamically change the width of my map and also the height, but we can also change where the map is positioned. So if I increase my X and my Y, I can actually change where my map is positioned on the screen. Now, why is this important? Well, when you're building a dashboard, you may want to have multiple map experiences inside of SAP dashboards. So, for instance, maybe your first tab in your dashboard is going to be a global view of the world, and maybe you want to show your high-level territories. But then maybe another tab in your dashboard is illustrating something like individual customer locations or individual facilities that we manage. And so these are two completely different views of our business, but they're within the same dashboard. So traditionally, customers would use multiple maps. I've seen dashboards with 2, even 3 maps. And while it technically kind of worked in the older version of CMaps or GMaps plugin, it definitely was not a recommended best practices because the two conflict with each other. And so that's been the issue. So rather than jumping through a whole bunch of hoops to figure out how to embed multiple maps, we simply inquired to what customers are doing, and that was that there's multiple views. So how will this work? So let's quickly create multiple views in our map. So let's say our first view is USA, Germany, United Kingdom, and let's say maybe Australia. And then our second one, maybe we say, oh, well, I want to focus on USA. So we'll go to Texas, we'll go to California, and maybe New York. So now we have 2 sets of information. My first series is going to be my countries. So we'll label this. My second series is going to be states. We'll name it accordingly. And then we'll change the color of one of these things. So my states will be a plus, and we'll make them this ugly brown green, and my countries will be, maybe a ring that is bright orange. So if I refresh my map, it's going to plot all of my points here. So we can see this kind of global view. And so the question is, all right, now how do I set this up so that I can view, let's zoom there, how can we set this up so one view is in the upper left corner where I can just see my couple of states here, and then another view is focused on my countries. And so that's really where series visibility comes into play. So let's do this. Let's change the name of our views here. So one is going to be country, and so I want country to be 400 by 400, and then another view is going to be my state, which is going to be a smaller map, and it's going to be positioned maybe somewhere else on the map. And so the idea is that when I select country, I'm going to get my country level view. When I select state, I'm going to get my state level view, and they're going to be positioned in different parts of my map. And so what we need to do in the map is now configure our series visibility. So the series visibility will indicate which series you're going to view. So basically the way this works is my selector is taking these values and inserting it into this destination right here. So I want to use the country or state selection to control what series appears. So my default is going to be country. So my status is going to be this cell right here, and we'll use my key as country. And then for states, we're going to be looking at the same location, but instead of the country, we're going to be looking for the value states. So in other words, when I click on this particular selector, it's going to take the source data and then it's going to insert into this destination here. So when I click on country, it's going to take this row and insert it here. When I click on state, it's going to take this row and insert it here. And basically, the last step is to tell the map where to size and position itself. So now if you go to the Appearance tab and scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a Map Size and Map Position property. So the map size binds the X and the Y, the width and the height. So now this range right here is dynamically controlling the map. So if I change this to 500, you'll see it'll get a little wider. Actually, let's go way wider, 800. Oops, 800. And then we'll go back to 400. Okay, so let's see this in action. Let's see if this actually works here. So we'll go to preview it. So our first view is country, and then when I go to state, well, it definitely reposition me, but maybe now we need to dynamically control the map or tell the map to center itself on states. So I'm not going to go into that portion of it, but certainly that's how that's how it would work as far as dynamic positioning and sizing. There we go. So pretty powerful capability for anyone who's wanting to dynamically create multiple views or multiple geo views within a single dashboard, as opposed to, like I said before, trying to use multiple maps. So this is absolutely the most performant way to construct one of these dashboards using dynamic size and dynamic width. So as I said, I promised this would be a really short Tech Tuesday today. So really that about covers it. That's what I wanted to cover and explain today, was just how to dynamically change the width and height of your dashboards. So like always, you can go onto our templates page. So if you go to Centagon Knowledge. And you go to the CMaps plugin, GMaps plugin page. So Centagon Knowledge / CMaps plugin. Then you can go either to templates. Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll load up templates. And there should be a brand new template we just uploaded. Well, I guess I'll have to check. So on the templates page, you should have your dynamic size and width template. So definitely visit the templates page, find other templates from other Tech Tuesdays that I've done. And as always, I wish you a good week, and we'll see you next week on Tech Tuesday. Thanks. Take care.